Samanta Cakkavalesu Atra Gaccantu Devata Sandhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadam Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayan Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayan Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayan Bhadanta Namo Tansa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhansa Namo Tansa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhansa Namo Tansa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhansa Sambha Pāpassa Akaranam Kusalassa Upasampadam Sachinta Pariyodapanam Etang Buddhana Sasanam. Okay, all of you are warmly welcome. Today there are newcomers too. Therefore, I think we have to explain some primary doctrines in Buddhism. When we discuss some things that already we have discussed, I think it is useful for all of you. One day I explained you what is the teachings, what is the idea of in the current society. When a person goes forward in success, how they know the success of a person, especially in the USA society. When a person goes forward, how they know that person, whether that person is successful or not successful or not?
Happiness.
Yeah, happiness also one of them. But there are some special things they can count, they can manage.
Mindfulness.
You can remember. I think one day we discussed. Especially in this society, they consider two things. The first thing is education. Education. How they know education? GPA. If your GPA is very high, they consider you are a gifted person, you are a smart person, you are an educated person. If your GPA, your graduate point average is very high, it means you are an intelligent person. You are a smart, brilliant, gifted person, they consider. That is one of quality that the society considers about you. What is the another thing? Economy. When we consider economy, how they know? If our bank account is very high, our credits are very high. Credit in bank account very high, they think you are a successful person in economically. Credit. When you are going to buy a car, when you are going to buy a new house, the people in the society, they consider your bank account, your credit. There are another things. Not only those two things. If you are a well-educated person, if you have a very high credit in your bank account, but intelligent person don't consider you are a successful person in this society. You have another qualities in your life. What they are? One day we considered, we discussed.
Happiness.
Not happiness. Other people don't care whether you are happy or not.
Honesty.
Honesty also one of them.
Modesty.
Sorry?
Modesty. Morality.
Yeah, there are 6 qualities. There are 6 qualities they say.
Good looks.
It considered in for a long time. Now, if you are, although you are not very good appearance, if you have another qualities, you are honored, you are respected.
True.
Yeah, truthfulness also one of them. First one is respect. Respect. If you respect others, you are respected by others. When you are living in the society, the people consider that whether you respect others or not. If you respect others, it means you also will be respected by the society, in the society. Respect. The second one is responsibility. You have to fulfill your responsibilities as a student, as a child, as a mom, as a dad. You have to fulfill your responsibilities, not only for your family or your members in your home, at your home, your society, in your workplace. You have to fulfill your duties, your responsibilities. That is also one of qualities that the society considers about you, that you are a successful person. The next one, you can remember? Actually, one day before 2 months ago we discussed. Yeah. The third one is fairness. Fairness. That is also one of the qualities. When you do some activities with the people consider about your fairness. They are very sensitive about your activities. You can understand fairness, you know? Yeah. The third and fourth one, righteous, as you mentioned, righteous or honesty. I don't know the spelling are correct.
Righteousness.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
You add an N.
Okay. Okay. Now. Yeah. Thank you. Righteousness. That is also one of the qualities. Not only those 4 things, there are another 2 things. You have to consider these qualities. That is very important. Some intelligent persons consider these qualities. Although you are a well-educated person, you are not respected. You should have these qualities in the society. There are a lot of people who have understood, who have learned these qualities. They practice this one. Fifth one. Fifth one is good civilization. Good civilization.
Good citizenship.
Good citizenship. Good citizenship. Good citizenship. As a person who is living in a country, you have to fulfill some sort of responsibilities or duties in the name of the government. Not only doing your own job.
Pay
You know.
taxes.
Huh?
Pay taxes.
Yeah. Pay taxes, and not only you have to search something, you have to discover some new device, and you have to give some new knowledge to the society. Actually, you are getting the result of the effort of other persons. That is, you have
altruism. Altruism.
Good civilization.
So it's to contribute to mankind, right?
And sixth one is caring. Caring. That is very important. When you are together with other people, you consider other persons' ambitions, necessities, needs. You have to consider. When other persons has problem, you have to help them. That is your responsibility. These 6 qualities are very important in the society. Some well-educated people, some intelligent persons in the society, they consider. When you work in a workplace, other people, especially the rulers or bosses in that place, they consider these qualities, that whether you have these qualities. They don't tell that they are searching these qualities from you, but they have a very sensitive eyes to look at these things. If a person has a good education, his or her GPA is very high, 3.5, 3.8, 3.9, 4.0, they have very high GPA, then you have a good chances to go forward in the educational field. If you have very high credit in your bank account, some people consider that you are a successful person. But not only those 2 things, but these 6 things also very important. Now I am going to explain some doctrines, some teachings in Buddhism, depend on this situation. These concepts are very modern, but some people think that the concepts in Buddhism are old, but those doctrines can be applied in this society too. Buddha says very clearly, if a person would like to be successful in this life itself, whether he or she believes next birth or not, it doesn't matter. But first thing is that you have to fulfill some sort of things in your life for the success of this birth, this life. All of you believe this birth. All of you believe the success of this birth, this life. That is why we have to fulfill something in your life. For the success of this life, first we have to complete the 4 things. You can remember?
Education.
First thing is education. There are a lot of teachings, doctrines in Buddhism, how we develop our educational qualifications. There are a lot of teachings in Buddhism. Especially as a mother or father, you have a great duty to give a good education to your children. There is a very special discourse in Buddhism. It says Singalovada Sutta. In Buddha's word, Singalovada Sutta, it is a discourse. In that discourse, there are a lot of things as responsibilities, as duties. As mom or father, you should give your children a good education. That is one of responsibilities of yours. The second one, for the success of this birth, we have to go forward in economically. Economy. Economy is one of them necessities that you should have for the success of this birth.
Is good job the same as economy?
Sorry?
Is good job the same as economy?
Yeah, if you have a good job, a righteous job, not only high salary job, but also your job should be a righteous one. Yeah, that is very important. When you do some job, you have to earn not only money, but also if you can do a good service as merits, that is very important. You consider not only salary but also service when you do job. While you are doing job, you have to collect some meritorious deeds in your mind. That is very important. According to Buddhism, there are two jobs are appreciated. Jobs in the educational field and jobs in the medical field. Those are very important jobs. While we are doing jobs, we can earn some our spiritual development. That is very important. What is the third one for the success of this birth? Health. Yeah, very important. Health. Already we have discussed all things again and again, and we remind those things for our memory. Without looking book, if one day you can remind those things suddenly. Up to now we discuss. Up to that we discuss those things. Health also very important. Not only physical health, but we should have mental health. Some people are healthy in physically, but they are not healthy mentally. Buddhism more consider the mental health than physical health. Even though we have some problems physically, if our mind is very pure, our mind is purified from negative thoughts, although we have some problems physically, it doesn't matter, because our mind is very strong with happiness. Actually, we can control our body. Sometimes we can control it up to 40, 50. After that, gradually, it is going to uncontrolled. That is the nature of our body, if you like or not. But you can do only thing, control your own mind. That is easier than control your body. Health is very important. Mental health and physical health. What is the fourth one? Morality or virtuous or virtue or moral life, good discipline. Morality. There are a lot of people in the society, whether they believe a religion or not. Many people try to fulfill these things. In this society, there are some teachers, some good workers, they practice these things. They have good education, they have good financial situation, and they have good health, physically and mentally, and also especially they consider the discipline. That is very important. When you work in the society, although other people have some mistake, but you should try to keep your mind in a good way. Especially as a person who knows these qualities. Especially when we live in the society, there are some people who have a lot of mistakes. It doesn't matter. But the main thing is always you try to keep your life in correct way. That is very important. Especially discipline. Discipline means that discipline our speech and discipline our behavior. According to Buddhism, Buddhism says it as sila. Sila. That is very important. If you have a good discipline, you are honored, you are respected in the society. That is very important. These 4 things are very important. In Buddhism, there are a lot of teachings which describe these 4 things. There are a lot of discourses. There are a lot of doctrines, teachings in Buddhism which relate to these 4 things. Please say these 4 things again in memory. Education, economy, health, and morality. What are the other qualities I wrote first?
Respect.
Respect.
Education.
Responsibility.
Righteousness.
Fairness. Righteousness. Good citizen. Caring. Yeah. What are the other 2 things in education field? GPA. In economy? Credit. Yeah. Yeah. Now I am describing the doctrines in Buddhism. All of them can be related the teachings in current society. There are certain steps in Buddhism. Although a person has a good discipline, good morality, and well education, and economy and health, there are some people in the society, especially end of their life, they are not happy. They are fed up. They are alone because their children have gone far away. And sometimes they have only dog or cat only. Yeah, they are alone at home. The children come to visit mother or father only Mother's Day or Father's Day. And sometimes, not always. There are some, but at that moment, it may be happened. But at that moment, how you overcome the sadness? That is why Buddhism has explained another qualities that you have to practice. The second step is the practice in the merits of meritorious deeds. That is very important. In the name of happiness. Even though you lose your children or parents or your relatives or even your property, you can live with happiness. You can live with happiness if you have these qualities. If you already have cultivated these qualities, you can live without sadness, without worry. What are those qualities that you have to practice before become that position?
Dana, Sila, Bhavana.
Yeah, very good. Generosity, et morality, and meditation. These are the 3 meritorious acts. There are 3 meritorious deeds. If you have helped others, if you have offered something to your parents, other homeless persons or very innocent people, then your mind is rich in merits. When you consider your previous activities, you can be happy. Generosity. When you practice these qualities, your mind is very pure and calm. with anger, you can practice those qualities. When you practice these qualities, your mind is very clear, calm and quiet and also pleasant. Especially you should consider when our mind is angry, even though we have a good education, we have a good financial situation, we have no happiness because of unpurified mind. That is why always we should keep our mind calm and quiet. Especially when you practice these three qualities or three meritorious deeds, then your mind is very pure and calm. What those qualities?
Generosity.
Yeah, generosity,
Meditation.
virtue, and meditation.
What is the second one mean?
Virtue or discipline. First also I described. Yeah. Again, now it is very high level, higher than first one. Morality or virtue, discipline, good discipline. Gradually, we are growing up with a good discipline. In this level, it is higher than first level. When we have good discipline, it means our mind is purified. That is very important. And meditation here described in the surface level. In the second step, it is going to deep. Here, meditation describes in surface level. Meditation means keep our mind in a particular meritorious object. Always, if a person tries to keep his or her mind in a clear way, it means meditation. For example, when you practice loving kind meditation, negative thoughts don't come to your mind. Lonely, continuously, your mind can be kept in the correct way. That is the meaning of doing meditation. Especially here, we try to develop our mindfulness or awareness. If a person has awareness, it means he has happiness. If we lost our mindfulness, it means we lost our happiness. Yeah, that is very important. Mindfulness is our best friend. We have described it. You have the best friend. Who is the best friend? Awareness or mindfulness. If your mind is with mindfulness, it means any negative thought doesn't come to your mind. But it is very important. It should be trained little by little. It is difficult, but it can be done. You can do it. Meditation, for example, especially here, we strongly consider to do loving kind meditation, friendliness. That is very important. You know, mostly we are unhappy with anger. When we do some activities in the society with the people, if we have some problems with the people, if we are angry, it means we are not happy. That is why again and again we have to practice loving kind meditation. You know, there are a lot of people daily help you for your success. You have to consider that. You have to show your gratitude for them. Even though they have some mistakes, you should not care it. And they do a lot of service for you every day, for your success, for your facilities. And what is the highest level practice in loving kind meditation? You can remember?
There's two, right?
Yeah, very good.
Insight. Isn't it insight, and what's the one before that?
Concentration.
Yeah, concentration.
Yeah, that is the two steps in meditation. But I mean that what is the highest result of practice in loving kind meditation?
Oh, happiness.
Yeah, happiness is the bottom line.
Oh.
But
nirvana.
not nirvana. Nirvana is the very final goal. But we have some visible results. Yeah, before healthy, we have see some results. There are some visible results. Practice in loving kind meditation. What is the highest concept? Practice in loving kind meditation. As soon as you meet a person, you look at a person, you see a person, you should have a concept that that person is your only son, your only daughter. As soon as you look at a person, if you think that is my own son, that is my own daughter, you have no problems. Even though that person has mistakes, you don't care it because of your sons. It is said in Karaniyametta Sutta, Māsā yasāni yam puttang āyusā eka putta manurakkhe evampi sabba bhūtesu mānasambhaya aparimanam. At the very beginning it says, Yantan santang padang abhisamekya. If a person wishes to become happiness, very pleasant situation, that person has to practice these qualities. One of them is very important, that as soon as you look at a person, you can think your daughter or son or your mom. Comparing the age, you can consider as your father, as your brother, as your only son, only daughter. We can compare it, him or her age. When I see you, when I see her, and I can consider comparing their age as our close relative. Then we have no problem.
Until they prove otherwise.
Mm-hmm. There is another step too. This is the very surface step according to Buddhism. But according to current society, it is a very highest level. But according to Buddhism, it is not the highest level. According to loving kind meditation, it is highest level. But even though you consider a person as your only son, you can't overcome all suffering. Therefore, you have to develop another concept, another step to overcome suffering. What is that? What is that? Here it is a very deep step, but...
You mean when you meet a person, you consider that person to be your closest person, so you will have loving kindness to that person. But then, if that person is not a good person, you have to withdraw, right?
No, now already we have overcome those situations.
Right.
Now we think as our only son.
Okay.
Although he or she has a lot of mistakes, we don't care. Now we have a very up level. But still, we have not overcome the suffering. But you know, when children become sadness or some problems, mother or father is very worried. They worry. That is why we have to develop another step.
Teach them.
Not teach them. Those are the very primary things. Primary, very bottom, very surface level. Now we have come up level. Now our mind is very high level.
Is it the cessation of suffering, or is that different? We're on a different level.
First, we develop loving kindness. Now we can see as soon as we look at a person, we can consider as our only son or daughter. Now, still we are not overcome.
So what's the question?
My question is that even though we consider, when we see a person, even though we consider that person our only son, but already we have not overcome the suffering. You know, if she has children, she has a child, she has a daughter or son, when that son or daughter becomes some problems, she's worried. She worries.
Oh, detachment. We need to detach ourselves. Right?
Oh, you overcome the worry.
Yeah. What should we do overcome the suffering completely?
Oh.
It's developing the wisdom, compassion, right? Like you
Detach yourself.
When we practice the loving kindness, already we have complete the compassion too. Loving kindness, compassion, and friendliness, sympathetic joys, and equanimity, those are together. Those are together in this one step. But I mean that first...
It's honesty and wisdom, I believe. No?
Why don't you tell
Why don't you tell us?
As soon as you look at a person, first we think that my own son, later we think that this is the result of my eye, my intention, this matter, all of them are together. The concept arises at the moment, and at the moment itself it just disappears. That concept. That is the highest concept.
So we're talking about dependent origination.
It leads to it. Yeah, later we will discuss.
First you said when you look at a person, you have to develop loving kindness, thinking as your own son or daughter, right? And you say now, next thing we should do is, what did you say now?
Dependent origination.
Yeah, actually, I am so hurried. Wait a minute.
Are you
Let's go through it.
Now you forget it.
Please don't.
Now you think only these three things. Now still we are describing the second step. We didn't go to the next step. We are describing the second step. First step is in Buddhism, economy, education, health and morality. Those four things are the very surface level. Now it is more higher, practicing generosity, virtue and meditation. Meditation here, it is described only as soon as you look at a person, you should have an ability to understand, consider that person as your only son. It is only in this level.
So, after meeting the person, you have compassion. Now you are consider that person to be your son or daughter, so you have loving kindness. So the next step is you have to recognize this is just something that it's in your brain. You recognize that a thought arising about that person. It's just a thought.
But I remember you said before that, so you said that you have to think that it's not only the body, it's the person consists of a body and the mind or something.
Yeah, I will describe those things. Okay. So I will describe. Now I am describing this step. When you practice these things, your mind is very pure and calm. It means you are happy. You are happy. Now you can see in the world there are a lot of religions. We can see their doctrines depend on this situation. All religions in the world depend on this teaching. This teaching. They say you not to do any evil, practice good, and purify your own mind. That is the teachings of all religion in the world. when we compare Buddhism, Buddhism has another teaching. There we are going to. That is why we have to describe another step that is very deep. Although it is very deep, we have to understand as the persons who are intelligent in this society. Yeah, later I will discuss. Then here there are 3 steps. Here, this is the very highest level in Buddhism. Now, Buddhism has overcome all teachings, all psychology, all philosophy, all religions in the world. In this level, Buddhism has already overcome all teachings in the world. That is very important. Here, in this step, you have to practice another 3 qualities. What they are. What they are. There are another 3 qualities. We were discussing, even though you have practiced a lot of generosity, morality and meditation, still you are not overcome happiness. Still you don't overcome the suffering. You may become suffering. That is why we have to practice another step in your life. What is that?
Concentration. Knowledge.
Yeah. Here. It is here also, it is divided into 3 steps. Here, the first thing is, again I have to write down morality or discipline. This morality is the highest. This is not the surface level. This is very highest level, morality, or very higher discipline.
So Bhante, are you saying that there are different levels of morality, and this is the highest level?
How is it different? Give an example.
Yeah, actually, there is surface level. When I was describing that economy, education, health and morality, that is very surface level. When I speak something, if I consider my speech or if I consider my physical body or behavior, it is a very normal, common. But deeper, the second level, morality and meditation level, second level, it is now I am very consider. I know as soon as some thought come to my mind, I know that I control here, not only physically, but mentally I have controlled. That is why the second step. This level, he has a very special concept. He knows the dependent origination. He knows the cause of suffering. In this level, that person has understood the Buddha's real message. Then, that is why he always knows the cause and effect and impermanence. He knows the impermanence. He doesn't take his body as certain. He knows his body, his speech, all things are uncertain, impermanent. Now he knows it. He knows very well, arising and disappearing, all experience, all time, every time his experience arises, disappear. Nothing comes to the present from the previous. Nothing goes to the future from the present. He knows arising and disappearing at the moment because of the knowledge of dependent origination.
Is morality associated with the understanding of dependent origination?
Yeah, this is the highest level. There are a lot of teachings, but it is...
So it's like instinctively, right?
Right, no. It's because you understand that things are not permanent and things, because of dependent origination, you want to have morality because you understand things are not permanent. Things are changing. So it's like a higher level because you focus in on the dependent on
The first two steps.
So you're no longer a stream enterer. You're to the next level. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like
The first two steps.
harms you,
The first two
happen
steps.
and it's gone. And you don't even take that with you or carry it with you.
because you understand dependent origination.
The first two steps, although you have good discipline, you may think there is something as certain in your inside as ego. Now you have overcome that misconception. Yeah. Here, when you come to this level, you don't consider anything as certain. You know very well, your inside, it is nothing as ego, as self. You know you can see the impermanence very well in this side.
So even if someone does wrong to you, you shouldn't hold it because it's just
You understand the nature of dependent origination.
That is very deep, but little by little we have to understand. We can understand morality. And second step is the concentration. Concentration is when you come to this level, you have practiced loving kindness and breathing meditation again and again. As soon as when you like, you can keep your mind when the society is very complex or noisy. As soon as when you like, you can sit down and concentrate your mind very quickly. Now, you have an ability to concentrate your mind very quickly because now you have practiced your mind again and again. You don't worry. When other people are blaming or doing some bad deeds, it doesn't relate to you. You mind your own business.
So in other words, if the Gatha feel goes in the loudspeaker, you should be able to focus.
Yeah, little by little. Little by little, at the very beginning it is difficult to do.
Noises we should be able to.
Yeah, but later, little by little we can concentrate. At the very beginning it is difficult, doesn't matter. But later we can do it. When the society is very noisy, but if we are clever, we can keep our mind as concentration very quickly.
it just becomes white noise.
When we have a choice and we can go and turn it off.
Concentration is very important.
Then we practice.
That's what it is in that holy city in Sri Lanka, Anuradhapura. I seen in front of either, I don't know whether it's the Bodhi tree or the Varmadisaya, I seen a monk gone like this. Just eyes are open, but just keep looking at it for a long time. So I was thinking people passing by going this way.
I think he tried to practice the Buddha's way. That Buddha also was watching 1 week to the
without the crossing diagonal. I was thinking, so that probably he's trying very hard.
Another way, when you practice concentration, as soon as you sit down for the meditation, you can mind your environment as calm and quiet, even though there are some problems where you meditate. But if you are clever, you can change your attitude. As a pleasant place, you can mention that place as a pleasant place. That is very important.
Now, a perfect example for me is like you go into a very, very noisy restaurant and you're sitting with one person, you're having a conversation. You can really let the other people, the chatter not bother you. You can just have a conversation. For some people, you can't do it, right? But I think that's, to me, that's like a example. You're in a good conversation with somebody. At the beginning it's hard, but after a while, that all the noise you don't hear, you are just having a conversation.
The ultimate goal in Buddhism, when we practice all qualities, is skillfulness. You have good skill. When other people trouble you, disturb you, and when not only disturbing, but also when there is a very pleasant person or thin, if you look at again and again, there you are not clever. You have not good skills.
What is that?
It means that, for example, now always we consider the environment is complex. You should have good discipline. Not only you should have good discipline when environment is complex or bad or negative way, but when the environment is very pleasant, you have an attach. If you have an attach, it is also extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next time you want to have a nice pleasant environment all the time, right?
Yeah, you have attachment, you have desire. Again and again you want to look at it. That is also extreme. You have to control both ways, not only unpleasant situation, but also if there is very pleasant thing or person, if you have some sort of special idea, that is also your own way.
So find that balance.
Yeah, you should have a balance. Like a seesaw. Seesaw like, some kill the children here, go and here and there. The seesaw is going here and there. In this way, I can say that bad way or negative. This is positive. Both ways are extremes. Little by little, you try to balance it. Again and again, when you practice, one day you can come this way. This is the bad things, good things. You have no difference. When a person appreciates you, you have no desire or attachment with that person. When a person blamed you again and again, you have no difference about that person. Both of them are extremes. Then middle is the equanimity. And Buddhism always likes to tell you as a skillful person. If you are a skillful person, it means you are not bothered with the bad situation. You are not bothered with the very nice situations too. That should be happened in your life.
Bothered means you are just aware it is a bad situation, but you don't get.
We can give some advice for our children or somewhere, but it doesn't matter. But main thing is we should not burn out with those problems.
Yes. Just be aware of it.
Yeah. The third one is the very important. What is that? This is the wisdom. I'm sorry.
I was writing down.
Wisdom. These three things are very important. Wisdom is the very important topic in Buddhism. But according to current society, Buddhism says is prajna. Prajna means wisdom, but it is not a complete translation in English. Very close translation, but not complete translation. Wisdom means that very important. You also try to understand it. That wisdom means the first step of wisdom means the understanding of karmic law. For example, when you do good deeds with your mind, you will have the good result. If you do something with unpleasant mind, negative mind, you will have the bad result because of your unpurified mind. That is the first step of the wisdom. The second step of the wisdom is the understanding of impermanence. We have only present moment. But it is unable to think because of unskillfulness. Because we are not skillful, always we live in previous experience. We are living in the future. We are not living in the present moment.
So the first one was understanding of karmic law, and I'm sorry, the second was understanding of
Impermanence.
impermanence. Okay, thank you.
It is very related to mindfulness. If you live with wisdom, it means you live with mindfulness. If you have mindfulness, then you have the new year. You are living 1st of January. You are living on the first day of January. Every day it's like the 1st of January. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new time, new moment.
Because you don't hold on to anything and bring it with, nothing too negative, nothing too positive, everything.
Yeah, you think real way. You think the reality. Reality is the impermanence. Everything. Not only looking the impermanence it outside. First, we reflect, we investigate the impermanence of outside. Actually, it is a very primary level. Understanding of impermanence of external thing is not difficult. It is very easy. Even scientists also, when they divided the atom, they understood the changing. But changing and impermanence are completely different. Understanding of changing is easy. This table may be broken, vanished or destroyed. This building will be destroyed. That is the changing. Our body is going to old age and going to death. That is very easy to understand. But understanding of impermanence is not easy. Understanding of impermanence means as soon as you look at something, some person, you have this experience at the moment as the result of combination, your mind, your sense, your attention, this body and light, all things, when all things are together, you have this experience at the moment as a reflection in the mirror. When you go to the mirror, you can see some sort of picture in the mirror. As soon as you go away, nothing is in the mirror. When you go back near the mirror, you can see same picture. But you never think that this picture is still happening or still he is here. When I was before here, I can see a picture. When I go away, nothing is here. When I come back to the mirror, I can see the picture again. Again that experience arises. Our life also like that. When I look at this person, I have this experience at the moment. Very quickly it arises. Quickly it disappears. When I hear something, that is also again and again. When I listen in the same sound, I think the previous sound and present sound is same. Because of ignorance, because of delusion, we think previous experience and this experience is same, but completely different. When you left the house, now you are here. When you think that, when you mention your house, you think the same house when you left the house. When you go back home, you may think that the house that I left the house, the same thing. But according to conventional truth, it is correct. It is correct. According to conventional truth, it is correct. All politics rules, all laws depend on this conventional truth, but
not ultimate.
Not ultimate truth. We have to overcome this conventional truth for the getting rid of suffering. If a person wants to get rid of suffering, You have to overcome this conventional truth. You have to become the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth means every moment you have the experience. The experience arises at the moment together. If you look at something, it means 5 aggregates are together. 5 things are together. If you hear something, if you see something, if you smell something, if you taste something, if you touch something, it means 5 aggregates are together. As the result of 5 aggregates are made, you have some sort of experience through your senses, through your eye, nose, ear, tongue, body. Through these senses, you get some experience about the world. But that experience, every moment it arises, not only arising, but also disappearing. Again and again, if you can understand this situation, one day this understanding is going to certain ever. That is the final result for the happiness. That is the final understanding for the real happiness, getting rid of all suffering. Then again think that our way that we came little by little. First we describe how we succeed this life according to current society. We should try to study very well. We should try to develop or cultivate our GPA. Try to work hard. Try to study very well. On the other hand, try to develop your economic side, your financial situation gradually with righteousness. And try to develop your good qualities in your life as respect, responsibility, fairness, good citizenship, righteousness, and caring. And not only practicing these qualities, as the result of practicing these another 3 steps, which they are?
Generosity.
Before it, economy, education, health, and morality. And second step, practicing generosity, morality, and meditation. And not only practicing these 3 qualities, but you have to come to another 3 steps, that morality, consideration, and wisdom. It means finally you will be clever. You will be clever. That as soon as you look at a person without thinking, without reflecting, without investigating, as soon as you will have understand this experience arises at the moment together, not only arising, but it disappearing every moment, then you are like a flower which comes over mud. You are like a lotus which comes over mud. Even though society is with mud or problems, you are living in the society. You don't escape the society. You don't leave the society. While you are living in the society, you can live without suffering. Without suffering. With your children, with your family. Living at home, you can overcome the suffering. That is the way. Not only going for a far away to the jungles or forest, escaping your children.
That's the samsara. All of that? Was that part of that?
We can say now we are going to succeed our samsaric journey. Samsaric journey means we are born here one by one, from one to one. from next birth again, and that is the way. But the main thing that Buddhism says, not only succeed in your next birth, but succeed in this moment. That is the main advice in Buddhism. If we are not succeeded in this moment, actually we are not succeeded ever. If we are clever, it means we are successful at the moment. That is very important. We have only this present moment. That is why always we should keep our mind present and calm, quiet. That is very important. But it is unable to do because always we think our previous negative experience and how we do tomorrow at workplace. Always we go in here and there. It is very difficult to live in the present moment. But again and again, if we practice these qualities, one day we can live really at the present moment. That is the nature of the real happiness. Living at the present moment means living with happiness, living with mindfulness. Living with mindfulness means living with the present moment. Living with the present moment means living with the happiness, which is our final goal in our life. Whether we believe next birth or not, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that we should try to succeed at the moment. That should be our main goal in our life. For that, Buddhism always encourages us here. We should have not only knowledge. Now you have a knowledge what you should do, but you didn't finish the way. You have only knowledge here. You have only map and GSP. Now write down address in GPA and start your vehicle. The vehicle is the Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path. There are 8 steps to practice this one. Not only knowledge, but we have to practice it. For practice, we have to reflect again and again. Every moment, try to think about these doctrines. This is the real thing that you have to practice in your day-to-day life. Again and again, if you are skillful to reflect these doctrines again and again with the mindfulness, that is very important for your real understanding. And again, try to practice those 8 steps, Eightfold Path. The right understanding is very important. Right understanding is the first step of the Eightfold Path. And also, gradually we are going on the path. For the success of this way, you have to practice meditation little by little. Start with 1 minute for a day. It is enough 1 minute for a day. Sit down somewhere and quiet your mind at least 1 minute. That is enough. Try to increase little by little it. Then that is very important. I think it is enough today. If you talk a lot, you will be boring. It is boring if we talk a lot. But other days, usually we discuss up to 9:30, but today there are newcomers. Yeah.
Nice story.
Then I...
those handouts for us?
Yeah, actually I prepared another handout, but I didn't give it because of newcomers. I did a revision. But you can take this one. Next week we will discuss here.
We're in the sixth house.
Yeah.
Is this your daughter?
Here. Yeah. Here I have described you the real GPS, real GPA. If you have these five qualities like faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom, this is the real GPA. Buddha, we explained someday that as soon as the Supreme Buddha met a person, he didn't mention about his physical body or about his caste or whether pure, rich or not. It doesn't matter. Buddha investigated his qualities, which he acquired in the previous life. That is the very important thing. If you have real wisdom and concentration, mindfulness, energy and confidence, then it means your mind is very rich. Then that rich mind can overcome suffering. If you are clever, nobody can change you. If somebody can change you, it means you already have not practiced this message. Not only bad person, but also very beautiful person. As soon as come here, if your mind suddenly goes there, and you have attachment, you have desire, it means you are not a skillful person. Not only for the bad things, we always try to keep our mind from bad things. Yeah, but not only from negative way, but when the environment is very pleasant and calm, it doesn't matter. You can be happy. You can enjoy, no problem. Enjoying is not the problem. Buddha says very clearly, Nate kama yani chitrani loke. The beautiful pictures and sounds are not the problem. They are not the problem. Yeah, problem is the attachment. If you have attachment, when those things are separated, you worry. That is the problem. You can control all things which are beautiful. If you have very big attachment, when those things are separated, you worry. That is the problem. Then, but you should fulfill your duties in the name of your children, your relatives, your husband. It should be done. It is your duty. But the fall is not doing the duties, but the big attachment. That is why if we can practice these things, actually, we can succeed this life itself. Not only hereafter, but this short life itself. That is the goal of Buddhism. Then always we do meritorious deeds. Already, every time, every moment we are ready to help others. Every moment we are ready to forgive others. If we are skillful, we should try to fulfill these good qualities. I think for that, I wish you all the best. Thank you for your coming and listening this message. And I wish you a future. And let's see, stop. Okay, now we are going to transfer the merits that we accumulated this moment every day. End of the discussion, we transfer the merits to our beloved relatives, our beloved departed relatives. In this moment, you observe 5 precepts and you meditated, you cultivated loving kind meditation, and with the pure mind, you listen in this discussion and you are together with the discussion with pure mind. As a result of cultivating this, accumulating these meritorious deeds, we acquired a lot of meritorious deeds As the result of these meritorious deeds, now we are going to transfer all merits to our beloved departed relatives. May they receive these merits and may they attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's we transfer the merits. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukita hontu. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Let's transfer the merits to divine persons too. And the angels, may they receive in these merits, may they attain good life, and finally may they attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's transfer the merits to them. Ettavataca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodanto sabba sampatti. Ettavataca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodanto sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavataca amhehi sambhatang punya sabbe deva anumodanto sabba sampatti siddhya. Okay, thank you for your comments. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.